It's me in the flesh. Well, I'm not really in the flesh. And I know normally I don't do these videos where I'm doing voiceovers, but baby, your girl is going through it. It's a lot going on. I've been trying to fill these orders. And speaking of orders, let's backtrack and pussy pop a little bit. I am like a high functioning, depressed person, depressed human being. And in the middle of depression and anxiety and all of that, I decided to relaunch the hair care business. So your girl's been filling orders and doing the most, and I've just been ripping and running, and I said, sit your ass down and make this damn video for the people. Okay. Speaking of orders, if you have not done so already, go ahead over to denversworldhaircare.com. We got the apple cider tea tree root rinse. It's good for locks. It's good for hair psoriasis. It's good for dandruff buildup. It's good for all that stuff. We got the hair growth oil for adults and kids. We also got the citrus detangler. And last but not least, baby, we got the papaya body oil, baby, that has been selling out. And I have been doing pop-ups, it seems like, every weekend, okay? So your girl is tired, and I ain't really looking presentable, okay? Maybe the next couple of videos, I might do voiceovers. I'm not sure, but anyway, y'all gonna take this video, okay? Let's get to the point before y'all get sick of me. Monique, Chris, now, they are getting a divorce. Honey, they're getting a divorce. I think Monique filed first. Now, let me just start off by saying I never want to see a married couple getting divorced. I'm all for the family. A family that prays together will stay together. I'm all for a family, but listen, if it's toxic, if it's a lot of toxicity, bullshit going on there, then maybe it's time to leave. It's time to leave. Now, I'm not saying the relationship is toxic. I don't really know the ins and outs, but can we honestly say, like, are we really surprised? Are we really surprised? Because the last live that they did, trying to debunk everything that People Magazine said, even though People Magazine ended up being correct, okay? Most of us looking at the situation outside of looking in, or even the inside source, we all knew that this was bound to happen. It was looking a little sussy. It was looking a little suspect, okay? So we kind of figured maybe it was bound to happen. So the previous live that they did, they were basically just debunking everything that People Magazine had to say.
Are Chris and I getting a divorce? No, we're not getting a divorce. Are Chris and I going our separate ways, as People Magazine love to, right?
Oh, okay. I tried not to judge with this live because, like I've always said, I've always been a Monique Samuel stan since the Housewives of Potomac. I've always been a stan, but I'm just like, baby, you need more people. This live was not convincing. This live was not telling us that your marriage was not on the rocks. Like, you did everything but tie that man's arm. Now listen, I ain't no body expert or anything, but baby, she did everything but tie that man's arm behind his back and slap on and then put a bonnet of salvation, a helmet of salvation on his head. Baby, it just was not convincing. And I tried not to judge because it's somebody's marriage, it's kids involved, but it just wasn't convincing. Monique Samuels, you needed more people. It's just like, and then around that time she said, oh, they're going to, he's going to live at the house, and then she's just going to kind of get a place. I knew then that it just seemed real rocky. And I'm like, damn, what is in the water? Like, nobody's marriage is lasting. You got Tia. Is her name Tia? Or is it Samira? Tia and Corey. You got a Megan Good and a little passer. You got so many other people that's just getting a divorce left and right. Even Marcel and the lawyer. Like, nobody's marriage is lasting. So I've never been, okay, team divorce, team breakup, unless you have to, baby. If you got to, by all means, go to that courthouse. But I just kind of feel like we really saw that coming, even with the rumors on Housewives Potomac with the colorist bandits. Name shall remain nameless, okay? I just kind of figured that with the whole trainer rumor, I just kind of figured that, okay, they got some issues going on. And then even when they were doing Love and Marriage DC, it just seemed like, she became a boss. And hey, shout out to all the bosses, baby. I'm one of them, okay? Like, you could be a boss, you could be a mother, you could be a wife, you could be all of the things, especially if you have a good husband and a good support system. But I just felt like, she had her career. Her body is sickening. She was obviously working out, hint, hint, the trainer. Don't know the particulars about that, but hint, hint, the trainer. And I just kind of felt that, yeah, she loved her husband, but I kind of felt like she was falling out of love with him. I kind of felt like she was not physically attracted to Chris anymore. I'm going to also be like real honest with you. I also too felt like there was a little bit of manipulation. Like, I'm going to try to manipulate the people a little bit into making it seem like my marriage is fine. My marriage is okay. Meanwhile, y'all is suffocating. Your marriage is suffocating, okay? Your marriage is not good, so you don't really have to lie to us. So sometimes I feel like Monique could be a little manipulative, and not saying that he's picture perfect, but I also feel like she was constantly making it seem like it was him and not really taking accountability. And I don't know if the affair happened or not. She got a little taste of the outside peeing. Like, I don't know if that's true or not. And I'm not here to say that it is. But I'm just here to say, like, the energy that was oozing out on those episodes when it came to the two of them, it's just like they never reached common ground. It's not like she still showed an attraction to him. I just felt like she became more and more physically unattracted to him, and in my opinion. But baby, we looked on their socials, we looked on their social medias, and she didn't give him a shout out for the Father's Day. He didn't give her a shout out for the Mother's Day. And I'm just like, oh baby, it must really be over for real. I ain't see no pictures of each other on the socials, on the social studies. I didn't really see that. So I'm just kind of like, oh, this is so heartbreaking. But then it's not, because then I heard he's been losing weight and he's been looking like he's been living his best life. Listen, I'm all for divorce, but if it means, especially when kids are involved, if it means that two people could be the happiest versions of themselves, okay? Because too many times us as kids have prayed, stay prayed up. We've been praying for our parents to get a divorce, and our parents just thought, oh, for the kids, we're going to stay together for the kids, and it was toxic as hell. They did more damage by staying together than just separating, okay? And is it really leading by example, you staying in a toxic situation with kids involved? And then when your kids grow up and end up following suit, and you giving them advice, come on, pot, come on, kettle. Like, sometimes it's best to just resolve the marriage, because maybe you could possibly end up being great friends. Who knows? Possibly getting back together. I don't know. But sometimes it's good to dissolve the marriage. Anyway, y'all, that's all I got. I hope to see y'all face to face. But baby, it's a lot going on. But like I said, go and hurry up and get yours. Stop being bald-headed this summer. Go ahead onto our website, DenverWorldHairCare.com. All right, bye.